Now we know that the Asia Cup is reaching the business end of the tournament. All games in Lahore are done. Pakistan's leg in this Asia Cup is over. We now head into the Sri Lanka leg now, where all the Super 4 games and the final will be played from 9th to 17th. Now, this is the situation and this is the scenario that you're going to find on most of the days when the matches are held, because it has been held in Colombo. Now, we know that the weather in Colombo is really bad for the entire week from 9th to 17th. And 9th to 17th is the period when all the Super 4 games and the final will be held. Because of this, there are now a lot of conflicting reports on whether is there a reserve day in the Super 4's. That is the confusion that we are trying to dispel. Let me just make it straight up. There is no official announcement yet. There isn't any official announcement from the ACC yet. But even if there has to be a reserve day, then it is going to be an absolute logistical and scheduling nightmare of epic proportions. Because in this I will tell you a bit of common sense that about these reports, there could be a reserve day. So, first up, the weather. 9th to 12th. Probability of rain, look at it, 78%, 75%, 91%, 55%. So congratulations, 9th, 10th and 12th, the rain is quite heavy. And remember, 10th and 12th are India's games. Hold on to that thought, 10th and 12th are India's games. 11th, luckily there is no game. So that's why teams are spared that blushes. Now, major concern is on September 10th. Look at the daytime temperature and daytime probability of rain for 10th. Possibility of thunderstorms and precipitation 75%. But look at it in the evening. Evening it jumps up to 96%. Although now Sri Lankan meteorologists, there's some senior unnamed Sri Lankan meteorologists are stating that the weather could improve on September 10th. We are just hanging on to that prayer. So, the weather is bad. So, there is a possibility of a reserve day. If you look at it, common sense wise, no official confirmation, but how can there be a reserve day? Because some media outlets are saying that there could be a reserve day in the Super 4's, especially for India versus Pakistan. Really? How can it be? I can imagine if there is a reserve day, supposing if Sri Lanka, Bangladesh was playing in Hambantota and India, Pakistan are playing in Colombo. Supposing the game in Hambantota is washed out and then you play on 10th, then it makes sense. But how can there be a reserve day when the match on the 9th gets washed out and there is immediately a match on the 10th? Now, even with India versus Pakistan, if the game is washed out on the 10th, how can you play on the reserve day of the 11th when India have a match on 12th? Logistically, common sense wise and even scheduling wise, it is impossible to have a reserve day in the Super 4 stages. So, whatever reports are doing the rounds that whether there might be a Super 4 reserve day, no. The schedule does not allow you to have a reserve day. Again, common sense. If the game is washed out on the 9th, how can it resume on the 10th at the same venue? It can't. So, on the scheduling front, there cannot be a reserve day in the Super 4's. Even India, Pakistan, 10th if it gets washed out, why can't you play on the 11th? But India have a game on the 12th. How can you play that ODI on this next day and immediately follow it up with another ODI? Back-to-back ODIs in this era. Either the ACC will be crazy or everybody in the organizers, the rain has absolutely scrambled their brains. So, weather in Colombo is bad for the entire week, but there is a reserve day only for the final. Yes, the Asia Cup will have a reserve day on the 18th also, because remember, you don't want to share the trophy yet again. So, there is a provision for a final reserve day, but that is also officially yet to be confirmed. Nothing is confirmed as yet. Common sense dictates that there should be a reserve day in the final. But we have seen in this Asia Cup with the logistical nightmares that they have been created and all the off-field drama regarding the BCCI versus PCB ego clash, it is going to be a real problem. So, let us make it very clear here. In the Super 4 stages, there cannot be a reserve day. There cannot be a reserve day on the simple common sense. Your scheduling will not allow you. All the games, 9th and 10th, 12th, 13th, 15th, all the games are being played at the same venue. How can you have a reserve day for that? Practically, scheduling wise, common sense, it is impossible that there can be a reserve day. So, there is no whatever media outlets are stating that maybe there might be a reserve day for India versus Pakistan, it might not be true. There is no official announcement from the ACC. Let me again reiterate it. So, you have to listen to the whole video to ensure that we are speaking the truth in this matter. So, scheduling wise, Super 4 reserve day not possible. Official announcement from the ACC quite soon. But the weather in Colombo is pretty bad for the next whole week in itself. We hope that some of the words spoken by the senior meteorological officials, they can at least ensure that there is no rain. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon to know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.